Hello everyone, I welcome you all once again to today's session. Today we are going to look at the lesson reading C, I will do it. This particular sentence, I will do it, shows the confidence of the person. I will however achieve it. That is what the meaning of it. And that is what true in the life of Nagavara Ramarao Narayana Murthy, and popularly known as Narayana Murthy. And here, let us look at his life. It is a biographical sketch written by Sudha Murthy. And let us look at the brief history of Sudha Murthy later at the end of the lesson. Now, if you look at Nagavara Ramarao Narayana Murthy or N.R. Narayana Murthy, he is well known as the founder of Infosys software company, and it is one of the leading IT companies in the world, and everyone in the world knows the company called Infosys. And he is an icon of simplicity, uncompromising quality and fairness to himself. And here he never compromises in the quality, but at the same time he never shows himself that he is great. So that is what made Narayana Murthy to be an icon of simplicity and the quality. And he was also known as a philanthropist who really loved humanity and who did for the well-being of the human being, or in order to help the fellow being. So this is what known as philanthropist. And here he believes in the tagline called as powered by intellect and driven by values. Wherever you see the Infosys logo, you just find this tagline called as powered by intellect and driven by values. Though we are intellectuals, we can prove our intellectuality just by following the values. We should never lose our values. We should never compromise with our values, even you are a very intellectual person. So you can advance yourself with today's world, and you can just proceed with your life in today's world just by following the human values. That's what Murthy, Narayana Murthy believes in it. And here, as a school-going lad, as a school-going boy, Narayana Murthy was the brightest boy in his class, and he used to show his knowledge very greatly. Though he was very small in appearance, though he was the shortest boy in the class, though he had undistinguished looks, but the moment if anyone asks him a question about any science or maths, the people could see a kind of spark, a kind of eagerness or enthusiasm in his own voice. He used to explain to the other person until he understood. Even his own seniors, the elder classes used to approach him and then ask him or clarify their doubts. So that is what is the intellectual capacity of Narayana Murthy. And here, as we proceed further, he could solve the most difficult problems also, which were very hard even to his own seniors. And here, he also emerged from an educated family, and though he was poor, his family was fully educated, and his own father was a high school teacher. Being a teacher, Narayana Murthy's father educated him very well and told him all the possibilities to earn the knowledge and to get the knowledge. And here, nowadays, it is a craze in India especially to enter into IIT institutes. So was when during the time of Narayana Murthy. So here, as all other students aspired to enter into IIT institutes, Narayana Murthy also wanted to get admission into the IIT Institute, Indian Institute of Technology. And here he appeared for the entrance test and did well. Went to Bangalore and he appeared for the test and then he returned. He always dreamt of studying at IIT. He always wanted to enter into IIT and study, and in order to give vent to his knowledge, he wanted to enter into IIT Institute. And here he was thrilled, he was overwhelmed, over happy to know that he had passed the test with a high rank, not an ordinary rank. He passed with a high class rank, and he was very happy. And when Murthy told his father about his desire to study at IIT institutes, as he had got very good rank, Narayana Murthy's father regretted in sending his son to the IIT institute due to their poverty. He said, we have your brothers, sisters before you, and I have to educate them, I have to marry them and then send them. So being a high school teacher, my earning is very less, and I cannot provide you with the IIT education. That's what his father regretted in telling this particular aspect to his son. And then Narayana Murthy's father advised him, you stay in Mysore and study as much as you wanted. How much you want you can study staying in Mysore. And any father to disappoint his son or his children, he feels pained, but still he couldn't help himself. So also Narayana Murthy's father, he felt very sad to tell this particular fact that he had to stay in Mysore and study, and regretted for not sending his son to IIT education, which is very noteworthy and famous, and whichever he really aspired to study about. And here Murthy was very much disappointed and his heart sank in sorrow. He had been waiting. They used to sit in the sleepy town of Mysore on a stone mandap, and he used to guide all his friends, and he used to become a guiding force to his friends, and he couldn't really digest as all his friends were going to IIT institutes, and who guided them is disappointed and going to stay without going. So maybe that really did not digest him in telling about, and his heart sank in sorrow. And Narayana Murthy was an introvert. Introvert opposite is extrovert. Introvert is the person who does not let out one's feelings to other person, or who hides his own feelings within himself. So here he did not let out his feelings. He did not fight with his father. Why is that? I got the seat with all hard work. I did that, I did this. All those things he did not fight with his father. He simply kept quiet. He did not fight with his father, or he did not let out any of his feelings outside. And here he just simply kept quiet. And when his classmates were leaving for Madras, now we call it as Chennai, Murthy went to the station to give send-off to his friends. And by the time he went, all the friends, they gathered together in a circle and they started talking to each other, and they were discussing about all the facilities that they were there, and they were all very happy, gladly talking. Here, this particular glad speaking, in the lesson it is mentioned to the chirping of the birds. When the birds are very happy, they chirp loudly and then express their happiness. So here also, the friends were talking very loudly, and then they were discussing about the so many aspects that they were supposed to do in their future. But whereas Narayana Murthy remained silent, and then he was just standing there. And then when the friends asked him, you see, you worked a lot, you guided us in a better way, and we got the seat, and we are going to IIT, and you too might have made it to come to IIT Institute. Maybe it might have pained him when they asked, but he did not let out his feelings. He simply just smiled. and gave send off to them. When they entered into the train was moving. It was almost a monsoon season, rainy season. It was drizzling outside. The small drops of rain were falling, and he simply stood there in the Mysore station and then started waving to his friends. And then he simply stood there even after the train went out of the sight. And then after that, he thought to himself, he believed that he only could change his life by hard work. So he believes that it is not the institute which makes the person. It is we ourselves, we make our own selves. By just merely studying in any institute, we do not make it. If that is the case, great people, those who have just not studied in the schools or anywhere else, have become great. So, simple example, Thomas Alva Edison, he did not have formal education in the school, but even then he has become great scientist. So here, he believed, Narayana Murthy believed that it is not the institute which makes the person, it is our hard work and it is our perseverance which makes our own selves. So here, he believes about the philosophy of Bhagavad Gita. So the Bhagavad Gita says about your best friend is yourself and your worst enemy is yourself. So it is we ourselves we make it. Most of the times in our tough times we blame so many other people. We say when we are studying, we say, so that friend is disturbing, this friend is disturbing, my members of the family are disturbing, the sounds coming from outside disturb. When we really focus on our own selves, I don't think so anyone outside force can disturb us. So here, the best friend is yourself and your worst enemy is yourself. If you really think that no one would disturb me, no one would be able to disturb me. If I think everyone is disturbing me, I am disturbed and I can never be able to focus on anything. That's what Narayana Murthy believed. So if I really work with my hard work, I can make it. So that is what he believed. So he had great determination to reach greater heights. So in order to get greater success in life, he already decided to himself. So he had a great determination, a great desire to achieve success in life. And here, he proved to the world that it was possible to earn money legally and ethically. So he found Infosys company and he worked very hard and then showed to the world, it is not the institute which makes the person, but we can earn money by our own selves and mere hard work, which is legally and ethically. Legally means according to the law, ethically means by following the moral values. As I already mentioned in the tagline, okay, powered by intellect and driven by values. That's what the motto of Narayana Murthy. So that is what he proved to the world, that we can earn money legally and ethically. And here, this is what he had done to the world. He has proved to the world that it is not the person or institute that makes. It is our own hard work which proves to the world. And the students who are watching this, observe and remember that it is not the institute or it is not someone else which make us. It is we ourselves, we can make ourselves. So whatever you want to achieve in the life, whatever you want to reach in your life, please be confident that you would achieve it. Yes. So here I quote Abdul Kalam, dream, thought and action. You dream of something, think of it day and night and work for it. Just dreaming and thinking alone will not help you. So please put into action, have the determination day and night, and I am certain and sure you would achieve your success. So here I would like to mention about the author Sudha Murthy. She is wife of Narayana Murthy and the chairman of Infosys. She is an Indian social worker and she was also author. And here she started as a computer scientist and she was also an engineer. And now if you look at the life of Sudha Murthy, she is a simple living woman and she founded many orphanages to the orphan children, and She has been participating in rural development efforts, and even to today, though she is almost very old, though she lacks her energy, she still participates in enrichment of the rural development. So this is what about Sudha Murthy, and this is about the lesson I will do it. See you all in the next video.